So maybe you've been learning about fasting or nootropics or special new supplements that'll make you smarter. Maybe you're hooked on Adderall, or maybe you're addicted to caffeine, like most, to be sharp. Or maybe you just don't even know where to start on how to improve your brain. But it feels like something is missing. Like no matter what you do, your brain is not putting out the power you think it can. Like there's a static, a mist, a fog. Brain fog, a non-medical term for a mixture of weird symptoms. Diminished memory, attention, creativity, focus. You can pretty much throw it all into the brain fog bucket. It's also one of the most common problems I see today. It's what the majority of people who seek me out for help need help with. Yet, it is one of the most mysterious, complicated, and hard to resolve issues in the healing game. Or so it seems. What if I said there are 3 simple principles to getting a high-functioning brain that, if applied, would without a doubt make you smarter, brighter, and more productive? That would make any natural healing program, diet, or supplement for your brain work better. I made the same mistakes most people make. Thinking you need a super complicated detox program or a $400 a day stack of brain boosting supplements or NAD suppositories or some other money pit to get a consistently high performing brain. But hear me out. There is no point in those if you don't get these simple principles down. Just like there's no point in adding a new turbo exhaust system or paint job for a car that doesn't even have an engine. So let's break them down. The first one, if you don't sleep well, your brain will become toxic. Ever wondered why sleep deprivation makes your brain just completely malfunction? It's literally that our brain flushes itself out of any garbage, toxins, and waste products at night. This is known as the glymphatic system. Here the brain actually shrinks in size during deep sleep, and cerebral spinal fluid moves through it, healing it, renewing it, bathing it in blissful release. Anything that interrupts this process can mean a toxic backup in the brain and a foggy mind. So how do we improve this waste disposal system? Well, the key is going to lie in this beautiful little molecule known as melatonin. Melatonin is essentially the trigger for this nightly janitorial process. This is perhaps why we see studies showing that lower levels of melatonin are correlated with neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. So to boost melatonin, and by extension, brain detoxification, there's a couple simple things to do. First off, you may have heard this before, reduce blue light at night. These come most commonly from screens and cell phones, but even things like LED lights. You can use blue light blocking glasses. Or what I often do is lock my phone away in an impossible to get to place for the entire night and then pick it up at some point the next day. So you don't do that crackhead thing of grabbing your phone and checking it obsessively first thing in the morning, like 90% of people do. Another thing you can do is turn your Wi-Fi off at night, or even shut off the electricity going to your room using the circuit breaker. This is because stray electromagnetic fields from Wi-Fi and dirty electricity in household wiring have been shown to do weird things to the brain, including impact melatonin levels. You can even supplement oral melatonin to help this brain detoxification process. And this is true according to dozens of studies. This moves us into this second principle, which is your brain cannot heal without being calm. We often think that to get more out of our brains, we have to stimulate it further. Like, as long as we're thinking fast, this shows that our brain is working at its best. And this is a huge trap. Technology, nootropics, and caffeine are perfect examples of this, just stimulating our minds to work faster, but not actually healing it. True healing comes from the opposite, letting our mind settle, our thoughts pass, and letting ourselves start to find a sense of peace and calm within. This is the space where our brain can actually regenerate, build its energy, receive inspiration, or just be at peace. So how do you access this state more easily? Well, step 1, stop stimulating yourself. caffeine, constant tech usage, etc. These are great ways to keep your mind in constant tweaker mode. And then step 2 is to practice doing nothing. This calm meditative state perhaps might be our natural baseline if we just remove all the stimulations of the modern world. So if we do nothing, we'll tend to drift into a more alpha relaxed state where our brain can heal. And then step 3, you can also practice doing something which leads you deeper into doing nothing. These are essentially spiritual practices like breath work and mindfulness and chanting, specific techniques that help us get to that inner empty space and just enjoy it deeper. And then the third one, toxic gut equals a toxic brain. The way it goes is that if our gut is inflamed and messed up, our brain is inflamed and messed up. Also, the better our gut health, the easier it is to detox our body and brain, because most of our chemicals and heavy metals get removed through the liver, into the gut, and then out the poop. Healing the gut is a complicated process, and I'll go into more depth in future videos. But I still want to give you some hints here so you can take it away and apply right away. First one is going to be pretty obvious, but just change your diet. I mean, there are simple things that really go a long way in the diet, and this can just be avoiding seed oils, which destroy our mitochondria in our gut, wheat and gluten, which tear apart our gut lining, and processed foods, which have hundreds of chemicals, which do all kinds of weird stuff to our microbiomes. And then replace all that with plenty of cooked vegetables and high quality meats to help regenerate that gut lining. For more details on diet, I have a free guide on my website, which you can check out. The next ones are a cornerstone of most natural healing programs, and they are so powerful that I use them at almost every stage of the healing journey. These are called binders. These are essentially magic vacuums for your gut, which clean up the what I call low-hanging fruit of toxicity caked on the insides of your intestines. These are things like charcoal used for short periods of time, bentonite clay, zeolites, certain silica binders, and others. But one I really want to mention for the purposes of this video are fulvic and humic acids. These are binders for pesticides and things like glyphosate, which are known to completely decimate our good bacteria in our gut. So taking them can help heal your microbiome, heal your gut lining, and by extension, heal your brain. Finally, colon cleansing. Colon hydrotherapy, coffee enemas, these kind of things can literally be life changers. These kind of methods help go deeper into those layers of stagnation on the insides of our gut. And I'll just leave it at that. It is really powerful stuff. If you take these principles and apply them, I assure you, you will start healing your brain or accelerate the process for whatever healing program you're already on. This is stuff that would have saved me years of trial and error. Now, for whoever wants to go deeper, go to my website, download my free guide. There, I go deeper into the foundations that I wish someone would have shared with me 7 years ago before I wasted tens of thousands of dollars trying random stuff. So that's all I got for you guys today. I pray this helps remove obstacles in the journeys of those who need it and improve the brains of all who listen. I love you all. Until next time.